Is a $10 to $14 Cardano possible? Stay tuned to know more. So hi guys and welcome back to another Gab's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. So let's dive into the video. So recently we have had a strong Bitcoin correction and of course if nandito ka sa crypto space, nakita mo na affected lahat ng altcoins sa paghatak ni Bitcoin. But there are some coins na nag-held strong within their bull market support band and pinapakita nila kung bakit sila ay worthy and deserving of being a top 10 coin. And one of them is no other than Cardano. So Cardano has been a very strong coin. It's also the top 4 coin ngayon sa ating coin market cap. And as you can see, nagkaroon tayo ng correction dito during the Bitcoin crash. And that correction took us a roughly about 59 to 60% during the crash, and it heavily affected the Cardano price movement. We went back to a very low area where kung saan tayo nag-pump and dump noong $1 area during the reaccumulation phase. But yeah, si Cardano ay nagkaroon na actually ng healthy pullback from the bull market support band. And this is actually a good thing to watch kasi if papansinin nyo, yung nawala natin noong correction ay na-recover na almost half of it. When currently, Bitcoin is still at the bottom part pa din ng kanyang correction. So what does this mean? I think this means, for me, I see this as a good sign for Cardano since if papansinin nyo guys kasi si Bitcoin chart on the weekly, we are way below the bull market support band as compared to Cardano, nasa taas pa din tayo. So this is a good sign now. We are in a healthy movement for Cardano, and this is something that you should watch out for when following a coin. If the coin is above the bull market support band, and in order to get that, we use the 21-week EMA in order to understand asa na nga ba tayo sa ating bull market. And historically, the 21-week EMA and the 20 moving average has been a strong support for determining the bull market. If nasa taas tayo ng 21-week EMA, that's an action saying na bullish tayo for the price movement. So let's dive into the possible scenarios na makikita natin dito sa indicators natin. So first, we have this rising action. So we have this strong price movement going up. Pero I think this is forming a bad sign since if you are going to look at this in the RSI, look at this, nagkakaroon tayo ng declining RSI, indicating nagkakaroon tayo ng bearish divergence. Ngayon, since weekly to, it could take ilang days pa or ilang weeks bago mag-form itong bearish divergence. But it is also worth noting that a bearish divergence is a bearish move. So, if nagkaroon tayo ng movement na pa ganyan, we can still go up. But, ang problem is, once we get that kind of move, it could break to the downside and have that major correction, just like what Bitcoin did dito sa kanyang movement noong April. Kasi kung papansinin nyo guys, nagkaroon tayo ng increasing price action and then at the same time, nagkaroon din tayo ng bearish divergence and then that led to a major correction for the Bitcoin price. So you should also expect that same possible scenario for the Cardano price. Ang difference niya lang between the Cardano and the Bitcoin price is in 21-week EMA is malapit-lapit lang tayo dito. Unlike kay Bitcoin na ang layo na naabutan natin. Kasi kung titignan mo, ang laki ng gap natin dito sa 21-week EMA as compared to Cardano na halos maliit lang. Other indicators to watch out for is also this MACD. Kung titingnan mo si MACD is very overbought and then declining na itong movement natin. So, if this made a cross, this would indicate na magiging bearish na din tayo kay Cardano. But nonetheless, I think we are still in a good path since this will take weeks pa, but I would be very cautious with the Cardano price and I would take profit along the way since this is a very dangerous move na for Cardano. We always take note of the possible indicators na pwedeng mag-lead into a correction. So yeah, that's Cardano for the following days and following weeks. But for the long term, I believe Cardano can push higher. So to answer the question, is $10 to $14 Cardano possible? Let's look at the Cardano dominance against Bitcoin. So what we have here is a Cardano to Bitcoin chart, which started last 2018 during the release of their native token, which is ADA. And as you can see, nagkaroon tayo ng downward movement dito sa time na to. Kasi during this time, this was the bear market. Kung titingnan mo yung time period niya, 2018, 2019, it's heavily affected by the Bitcoin bear market. And usual naman yun sa kahit anong altcoin sa ating crypto space. Pero we started breaking out at this area. Makikita mo sa ating Fibonacci resistance na to, nagkaroon tayo ng pump. Hence, nakakita tayo ng malaking movement to the upside lately noong April, May. So, ito yung time na sinasabi nila na naging stable coin si Cardano when in fact, tinetesting niya kasi resistance niya dito sa Fibonacci resistance. So, nung na-break natin siya, saka tayo nakakita ng massive pump to the upside. Tingnan natin siya sa hourly time frame kung paano yung naging effect niya. So, during this time, ito yung naging pump and dump area ni Cardano, which is the reaccumulation phase. And this same area is directly correlated to this time. Kung makita mo, between February to May, tayo nag-hold between this area. Same goes with this movement between February up until May, tayo nag-hold dito sa ating pump and dump phase. So, this would say na the Cardano to Bitcoin dominance is a good reference for us in determining the possible price action. And let's take a look on how far are we going to get off with this Cardano to Bitcoin dominance. So kung titingnan mo, ang ating peak for the Cardano to Bitcoin dominance is at this area. So if we are actually 87% away from this all-time, from this peak ng Bitcoin dominance against Cardano. So what would that lead us? So 86% from the current price action. So let's try to check our current price action. So our current price action is around 1.83, 1.84. So if we are going to get 86% from 1.83, let's try to calculate ano yung possible price action niya for the realistic price action for Cardano. 1.83 times 1.86. We could expect a $3.4 Cardano in the not so distant future. So I honestly believe itong peak na yon, yung Cardano to Bitcoin dominance peak, yun yung ating realistic price target na dapat sinusundan. So, expect a 3.4 Cardano within this market cycle. And that's the realistic price target. Hindi pa natin nakikita dito yung possible target natin. So, the next question is a $10 to $14 Cardano possible? So, let's try to dive into this Fibonacci retracement chart na ginawa natin. And let's try to pull down this area. Kasi kung titingnan mo, if we indeed break this peak, we could actually get a massive bump to the upside for the Cardano to Bitcoin dominance. And that's still possible since we are still at the early stages pa for Cardano and we have a lot of room to grow pa for Cardano. So let's try to understand ano ba yung possible price movement niya. So the possible percentage increase from our current Cardano to Bitcoin dominance value is around 658%. So we can see a massive pump of 658% from our current price action. And let's try to compute 658% from the current price. So 1.83 times, so 658. So let's use 658. So that's 7.58. And as you can see, our expected value, our expected top for this Fibonacci retracement is telling us that a 13.87 Cardano is possible for this cycle. But I honestly believe that 13.87 or roughly $14 is very idealistic for the Cardano price movement kasi it would take us a significant high of at least 658, and to pull that off is really, it would really take a huge milestone pa for Cardano to have that massive increase. And if you're going to ask me, ang possible na kaya niya iakyat is around the 1.618. And yung 618 from the current price action, kung titingnan mo, that's 193% from the current price. So for me, idealistic itong 13%, but let's try to look what's 193% from the current price action. So that's 2.93, and that would take us a 5.3 Cardano in this market cycle, which I believe is a realistic view and realistic target for the Cardano price movement. So yeah, we have three possible Cardano prices. First is the not so distant future target price of $3.4. Next is itong target na to, which is the 5.36, following which I believe is the market cycle top for this. And yung next value na kailangan nating abangan is the $13, dahil according to the Fibonacci retracement, we could reach around a $13 to $14 Cardano following this Cardano to Bitcoin dominance if we did pull this movement off. But in spite of all of these possible movement kay Cardano, I would take things one step at a time pa for the price action. Sa ngayon, we need to break the $2.45 area before heading to that $3.3 area and head into the $5. So kung titingnan mo yung logarithmic chart for the daily time frame, the $5 and $3 area is not very far from our current price action. So it is very possible for this market cycle to go to that area. If I would suggest, take a look back, take a step back, take each milestone one day at a time, and always remember that you should be cautious in the following indicators as we are seeing multiple bearish signals for Cardano. But nonetheless, we are still long-term bullish since the Cardano to Bitcoin dominance is hinting us a very strong price action in the long term. So if you find this video informative and useful, please give this video a like. And if you want to see signals like this, you can join our Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and Discord group. Link is in the description below. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. Please share the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.